Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rise here, and for the first part of the video I'm going to talk about the content switch and why I'm switching, so let's get into this. So I've recently started to not like the content that I've been making. Fortnite content just isn't that fun anymore. So I've started watching channels like Scrubby, Benji, and Cyrus, and that's the content I want to make. Okay, so let's get into the story time. So today we're going to be telling the story of the time that I almost killed someone, and I'm going to have two important friends in this story, and a third one that comes in later. And I'm going to name them for this story Charlie and Logan. Okay, so we were on a golf cart ride. We're pretty responsible, but we were on an off-road area around a little lake in my neighborhood, and there's a neighborhood pool around it too. So there were some people at the pool, and they started shooting us with water guns, and we were trying to protect our phones so they didn't die, and all that fun stuff. So, basically, we decided that we're gonna go get more stuff to, like, keep our phones and stuff from getting wet and put our phones away, I guess. And we had, like, boogie boards to make sure stuff didn't get wet. And it just became a game. So we got water guns so we could like fight back. Just being, you know, middle school boys. But so what happened next is we drive by the pool and start shooting. But this kid stops. I'm gonna name him Kevin. His name is Kevin. So Kevin stops, gets on the golf cart, stands up on the back and starts jumping. And me, Charlie, and Logan are trying to get him off. And we're doing like whatever it takes. And he said, if you turn around and drop me off at the pool, I'll get off. And he wouldn't quit asking that, and I was waiting for a certain time. But he would not shut up about it. So I was getting a little irritated, and I was like, okay, I'll turn. And I make a sharp turn, and I probably shouldn't be going the speed that I was going, but I was. And so that's about that. And so what happens next is I make this turn, and it is way too sharp. Like, it's a U-turn that I shouldn't have taken at the speed I was going. And I admit, half of this is my fault. And we're bracing for impact. Like, Charlie is sitting down and, like, ducking and, like, tucking his head and making sure he doesn't get injured or anything. And then Logan's making sure he doesn't get hurt and is covering his head. And Kevin's just sitting there, jumping up and down and standing up on the back of the golf cart. After we've told him to stop and sit down and brace for impact. And this is where it gets interesting. So I'm just bracing for impact, and we hit a tree. And I check the golf cart and make sure everything's okay, and everyone's like, I'm good. And Charlie's like, guys. So I turn around, and this is what I see. I see Kevin with a gash on his forehead, like his head so far split open, it looks like the gaps in the Grand Canyon, and there's blood everywhere. And he's like, yo, I'm good. And we're of course like, no, you're not good. And he's like, no, trust me, man, I'm good. And he looks in our like a rear view mirror, and he's like, oh God. So we run and show his dad, and his dad's like, can you take him home on the golf cart? I'll be there in a second. Because they ride their bikes to the pool. So I did. And I basically just left Charlie and Logan to just sit there and wait. And I threw basically everything we had off the golf cart, and I drove as fast as I could back. And I'm just gonna be honest, I was terrified. Like, it was probably the scariest thing I've ever experienced, because I was like, oh my God. my parents are gonna kill me. And I was hoping the kid was okay, of course, but I was worried about my parents killing me. So we hear from them about an hour later that they have a friend who works at the ER in our town and snuck them in the back of the ER and stitched him up, and they didn't have to pay for anything. And they stopped by, and I just felt horrible. Like, I felt so bad for this kid because he wasn't allowed to get in the pool or anything, and that's their life. Like, that is what they do in the summer. And they, when I say that, I mean they do nothing else. But so he doesn't really get on the golf cart anymore. I'm not really allowed to go on off-road territories anymore, and I get in trouble. Like, my parents probably get a letter from the HOA every time I do. And second part to the story. So after Logan left the next day, me and Charlie decided to go down to the pool. Well, it's a Saturday. No, yeah. It's a Saturday, like the day after our school's field day. So everyone's at the pool, and me and the family, or my parents and the family decided we're gonna keep this between their family and ours, and no one else. And that was the deal. Like, everyone was good with that, and no one had a problem. Well, I get to the pool, and everyone's talking about it. And they don't realize I got there, but they're just staring. And it was probably the most embarrassing experience ever, because everyone was like, this kid can't drive. But y'all know, that's it. That's the time we almost killed someone. Charlie and Logan, if they're most likely gonna be in more stories, but I'm gonna let y'all know we kind of refer to ourselves as the Three Amigos. It's kind of how it is. So just know that. And thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, go ahead and drop a like on the video. And I'm gonna make more content like this a lot. Just stole that kill, by the way. I feel bad about that though. Drop a sub if you're new. And I hope y'all support this content. I'm gonna try to get as much of it as I can. Hopefully one story a week. And that's about all I have to say. So, hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all enjoy the video. And I will probably upload later this week. And see y'all later.